Yes, sir. Son of Progeny just messaged me saying if it's easy, I can just call him Progeny instead of Son of Progeny. Fair enough.
They've got 19 in there now. Oh.
17.
Oh shit, yeah, that's counting as one.
That's alright, that's not too bad. Still pretty healthy. I think Gubinator is here, isn't he? No, he's not.
Good to see
There's
that
a couple
boy.
that... Yep, so yeah, we've got a few good drivers here, so... Should be good.
Horrible driver. I don't like it this game. I do not like it this game.
I can't help but agree. I've usually been okay with Spain, but this game I hate it, so...
It's like they've added more places to it to try where it wants to kill you instead of like evening it out.
Yeah.
That uphill left right's deadly before you get to the second DRS.
I think some people are getting impatient, but I'm wondering if they may be holding out for someone else. I keep seeing the ticks blick. Hey, careful, lads.
The clock is ticking.
They might be waiting till 5 past, maybe, I don't know.
No, it's ticking. It's ticking at the top, look.
Yeah, but I don't think it should be. I'm not sure if it should be.
Oh, fair enough.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Because I think there's some drivers that are missing. One of them's left.
Probably why the countdown was stopped.
Yeah. I think Sinful Chris was he here?
He was.
Well, he was. Yeah, he's left. I don't know why he's left. Or I got it wrong. No, he's definitely not in the thing.
Yeah, I can't
So
see
yeah,
him
these
anymore.
people, yeah, people who are doing that need to stop. I think someone's been kicked or left and need to come back in. That's why Chris's Xbox has turned itself off. That explains it.
Well, that's never what you need.
No, not ideal, is it? Oh, dear.
Low signal for base. Or is that just because I've got the range on one bar? In fact, there's not a lot of the people that haven't got numbers inside the bronze box on my screen.
Yeah, I think it's only Max Man and Yes, My Name's a Beer.
No, you know where it says level on your screen as you're looking at the thing?
Yeah.
Are the numbers inside the boxes? Because on mine, all the boxes are empty. A lot of the boxes are empty.
Yeah, I've got numbers.
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay, that sounds like a you problem then.
It could be a me problem.
No, I got all the level numbers and all that.
Because
29, 40, 27, 32, 49.
What are we ticking?
We shouldn't be. Chris hasn't got back in yet. Oh, no, he has. Take it back. I lie. A lie. Tell a lie. Okay, I think we are going.
We go.
Okay. Hello there, and welcome to round 18 of the Supreme Formula 1 F1 Racing League. This time hosted by the beautiful Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona, Spain. My name is Lightshot16, and I am joined this week by F1 XL Swayze.
Good evening. Nice to be with you again in the commentary box.
So, Catalunya usually hosts winter testing, but it also usually hosts round 5 of the F1 League. But not today. Today it's round 18 of the SFRL League. And we have 17 drivers with us today, all hoping first to go for pole position. But they're going to have to watch out. This is one of the trickiest courses in the game, with some real hard corners that can catch you out so easily, including the dreaded turn 7 to 9 areas where it's so easy to put a wheel wrong and end yourself up in the barrier. But hopefully we won't see any of that today.
No, well.
So round 18, we have 4 to go. Actually, I take that back. We have 5 to go because I do believe we have a rerun. So, contrary to what I was saying in the last week, F1 Leclerc cannot seal the title this weekend. He can get down well close if Matt 45 can't put the pressure on him, but he cannot seal the title until next week. So, still all to play for between the two drivers battling for the right to be called SFRL's champion. But we'll see who takes to the Circuit de Catalunya better of the two. Who's your money on, Swayze?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to see Matt back this week. Obviously, he missed a race recently, which didn't help him in his title chase. But I get along really well with Matt. He's been a teammate of mine last season in a league, right for me in another league. So I've got to cheer for him. I teamed with him earlier on this season here in SFRL before I dropped out myself. And, you know, he's a great guy to drive with, and I really hope he can hold on and at least take the title fight right down to the end of the season.
Indeed, I would like to see a close title fight. However, Matt 45 does have it all to do, it has to be said. He currently sits 54 points. Oh, no, that's Constructors. I was looking at the wrong page. My apologies. He currently sits well, it wasn't actually far off. It was 52 points off of F1 Leclerc. The difference between first and second. So Matt 45, the Red Bull driver, certainly has it all to do this weekend if he is going to make this a close title battle to the end. However, we do have other battles going on throughout the grid as well. Sinful Chris, who has only been here for a few races but has scored a podium finish in each one so far, currently sits 4th, 7 points behind the second Ferrari driver of F1 Norris, with Jezza only 4 points back. 117 points, plays 110 points, plays 106 points for Jezza, and Rollhard Lad's in that as well with 102 points. And Constant Ryan 181 didn't have a good United States Grand Prix, crashing out under the tricky conditions, but he's only 4 points behind Rollhard Lad with 98 points. So there's still all to play for the final podium slot, I would say, in the driver standings. As for the constructors, Ferrari have taken a lead over Red Bull, just like F1 Leclerc has taken a lead over Matt 45. The lead constructors gap is 54 points. And then Toro Rosso have had a serious resurgence under the new driver lineup of Sinful Chris and Ultimate Base. Speaking of Ultimate Base, he currently has the fastest time until it's taken by Sebastian 247. Although Base's lap was on the hard, Sebastian's on the softs. But the times are starting to come through. Son of Prodigy on the hards, very good lap on the hards to get into the 119s.
That is a very good lap.
119.7. But yeah, the times are starting to fall into place. Most people are either on the hards or they're on the softs, it seems. No one's on a medium tyre at the moment. So perhaps they're saving the mediums for another part of qualifying. Don't forget, this being Q1, we will eliminate usually the bottom 5, but there's only 17 drivers, so only the bottom 2 drivers are going to be eliminated in this session. So at the moment that will be Roland, Constant Ryan, but we still have a lot of drivers yet to set lap times. Off the top of your head, Swayze, who do you think could be in trouble in this session? Who do you think is in danger of being eliminated at this very early stage?
Very early stage. I know there's a lot of very fast drivers in here. I was speaking with Ultimate Base earlier on today, and I know he likes this track, so I'm expecting to see good things from him today. But out, there's a few names that I'm not familiar with myself yet. Judging by the speed of others, I mean, hate to say it because I really love the guy, but I think maybe Big Will and Roland could be down near the bottom.
Could be. We will see. Obviously, Big Will's currently sitting on a 122.2. Now, with Rollhard Lag improving his lap, he's the slowest of the runners to do their laps on the hards.
On the mediums as well.
Yeah, he didn't set that time on the mediums. I'm sure he did that time on the hards, but he is currently sitting in the garage on a set of mediums, so we'll see if that's got anything to do with his plans. Jezza's currently out there on the hards. Got a fantastic podium finish in USA after having some real bad opening luck by having some collisions at the start, but he fought back well, the Williams driver, to come home P3. So be interested to see if he can capitalise on that good result. Come on, a Sinful Chris, not mucking around on the soft compound tyres, does a 118.5, almost a second clear of the. Yeah, while Jezza does a 120.8 on the hards, so pretty good lap time by Jezza, not bad at all.
Yeah, he's on his out lap now. Leclerc's on his out lap now.
Yeah, BXTM's on a flyer, I believe. Driving for Mercedes this weekend, so we'll see what BX can do as he goes around a long final corner. Yeah, BX 121.8. Is he? Oh,
yeah, well, he's just had a major excursion. He's just having to shake all the dust off his tyres now.
Oh dear. Well, he's at least he got it back going. He may do, yeah. Yes, my name's a beer on a slow one. I thought he was. Is he going for it? Oh, okay.
It must have been an outlap. But he was he'll have to be wary of that corner next time round.
Okay then, we'll stick on board with El Porto then. A very quick driver usually, has had us a few wild moments in the league, but I'd imagine there must have been explanations for it. So we will see what El Porto can do here as he just goes past the Sector 1 flag. Looks like he might be, yeah, he might be struggling on these tyres after going into the grass, but not showing any signs of it right now. That looks pretty solid so far, so we'll see how he continues. Remember, he's on the hards as well, so it's interesting to see that some of them have decided not to muck around with this. Only 3 drivers, Chris, Sebastian and F1 Norris, have set times on the soft, so clearly Simple Chris has been just decided, I'm just getting through this session, perhaps confident that he can use the harder compounds in Q2 instead.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's best not to muck around. I mean, it was only 2 weeks ago that we saw Leclerc in a shock exit in P3, in qualifying 3. Q1,
yes, that was Russia, that was Russia, wasn't it? Yeah,
sometimes
yeah, that was a very
shocking. You can just get caught out like that.
So 1:21.0 dead on for El Porto, so I'd like to see him try doing that again. But yeah, so he's done that. So let's go on board now with the current championship leader, F1 Leclerc, who is just coming around to complete his first flying lap on the hard compound tyres. Comes around the final corner. What can Leclerc do on these hards? It's a 120.4, so not a bad lap on the hards. There are some that have gone faster. BX has actually gone faster on a second run on the hards to do a 119.8, exactly a tenth ahead of Son of Progeny. So they're the highest hard runners. As Roland pops up to third on the softs, 119.6. So
very good lap by him there. That's a Dodger.
Not a bad lap.
As well.
Yeah. As Ultimate Base has improved on a set of softs to do a 119.0, just under half a second off of his teammate, but still not a bad lap at all. Should see him safely through this qualifying session, I would imagine. We still have 4 drivers yet to set lap times. Constant Ryan, I don't think, has even come out of the pits yet, so clearly he's leaving it to the last moment. But the other 3 drivers that set lap times are out there, including second place in the championship, Matt 45, who's on a set of softs. So, like the Toro Rossos, this Red Bull isn't messing around. He just wants to get out of this session. Oh, but he's really understeery there, going very wide at these corners. I think he's going to complete the lap.
I'm currently on board with Yes, My Name's Abir, is still not yet put a time in and still on the hard tyres at the moment, with being 16.
119.8 for Matt 45. I did say his car looked a bit understeery, and it seems to have shown. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, Yes, My Name finally gets a lap on the board, but
straight back out again though. I think he's going to
straight back out.
Yes, My Name Abir is straight back into the drop zone again. Big Will's just knocked him straight down. I think he's going to have to go for a softer tyre if he wants to proceed into the next qualifying. I don't think the hard. I think help him.
I think anyone on the hards is going to have to go onto the softer tyre, as Double A put himself up to 4th as well. Sebastian's improved to a 119.0 as well. I think the hards.
Gieser, Leclerc and Porter, I mean, they're still... Well, especially Gieser and Leclerc, you know, they've got almost a second there that they can play with.
I don't think anyone who has set a lap on the hards, not even the BX and Progenies in the 119s, I don't think any of them are going to be safe. Because when you get the guys, even these slow guys like I say slow guys, the guys who have the slowest lap times, Big Will and Yes, My Name's Abir, even when they put a pair of softs on, I could see them shaving at least a second and a half off their laps, maybe more.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that's gonna put everyone around that sort of area. I would say anyone from 7th down, maybe even Matt 45. That's not a particularly quick lap on the softs. I think anyone from 6th or 7th down are going to have to go again. And probably on a set of softs. Someone might try and sneak through on the medium tyres, but honestly, I think the mediums will probably be held as Leclerc has disconnected. I don't know if he's actually got back in since then. I've just read the chat
Ryan's just started his flying lap now on set softs.
So Constant Ryan, the only man yet to set a lap time, has left it right to the end.
Got traffic in the corner.
Not quite right. Ooh, gets out of the way. It was his teammate Maxman 386. Very kindly gets out of his way. As he goes around this corner, got a bit wide, but you can take that corner wide and still get away with it as long as you get the trajectory decently enough. So
good exit speed.
I'm honestly expecting Constant Ryan to pop. Yeah, that for me is the trickiest corner. I think is it turn 7 there? I think it's turn 7. Yeah, it's so easy to, because of the way the camber just shifts so rapidly. It's so easy to spin the car and go into the wall. So yeah,
and especially
it's very easy.
Personally, I feel that characteristic's new to this game. I don't feel that was there in last year's game, that it would do that to you at this part of the track.
Yeah, whether that's a case of the game being updated to have that, or whether it shouldn't have that at all, I honestly don't know. I've not seen the track live. I'd have to get an expert's opinion on that. Constant Ryan comes over the line, second fastest. Good lap by Constant Ryan.
Yeah,
I think that should safely see him through to the next round, next qualifying session. I didn't expect him to pop himself up there, but still 4 tenths off of Sinful Chris, and you know, I think we knew the Sinful Chris was going to be quick. He had a bit of an off day in USA, but by say off day, he still went on to finish second place, so not much of an off day. But in qualifying, he definitely wasn't quick.
I mean, Chris is an incredible driver. My mind cannot comprehend how he is able to do what he's able to do on a control pad.
On a pad, yeah. There are guys faster than him, but not many guys are faster than him on a pad. Let's put it that way. He is. For me, he's one of, if not the best pad users in like all the leagues we do. I mean, I know.
I have to agree with you on that. I think.
Yeah, there's just no getting around that. He is out on another flying lap as well. He's on another set of softs, so he may be. Oh no, he's backed out. So maybe he's just getting his eye in. I don't know. But yeah, just under 3 minutes to go, and it's currently Big Will and Yes, My Name's a Beer that have in the drop zone. But Big Will is out. He's only on a set of medium tyres, so I'm interested to see if Big Will can actually get out of this drop zone on the mediums. It's an interesting call, Buddy Alpha. Does he think he's got more pace in his pocket?
I think it's a call that shows his hand. If he's not bothered about, not saving his mediums for.
I'll tell you what,
though.
He might just do this though, because Maxman 386 is only now coming into the pits, and I'm almost certain he will not have enough time to get that car in and out again. So Maxman, I think that's going to be his session done, as Red Devil Dom joins late, but he is here. The two McLarens think they're safely through, so they've both retired. El Portero, that can't be a a planned retirement. I think El Portero has crashed there somewhere. Well, Big Will popped himself up into P9. Not a bad lap time by Will. That might see him safely through. I think the pressure now is going to be on the second. Well, actually, both Renaults are in the close drop zone, but I just wonder if El Porter crashing might just save these two. Yeah, I think Maxman's session is over, so I think Maxman is definitely out of qualifying. The question is, can Yes, My Name's a Beer put a good enough lap time in on these soft tyres to get him out of Q1? He only needs to find 6 tenths, and honestly, he should be able to find that. Remember, he did his
flying lap yet? I saw him out on a flying lap, so if Rollhard does improve on his time,
I think Rollhard is safe no matter what. Because Maxman is in the pits and El Portero is out and has gone and has done a slower lap than him. It's all down to Yes, My Name's a Beer. Can he find 6 tenths on a tyre compound that is 2 stages higher than the last one he did? Remember, his best lap time, 1:21.6. He set that on the hards. So he should have plenty of speed to find on these faster compounds. It's just a case of he has to make sure he can get the lap done. If he invalidates it, he's out. As long as he keeps his cool, he should get out of this session easily.
It's looking quite clear. Shouldn't have to deal with much traffic.
Yeah. Rollhard, meanwhile, has popped himself up into P2, so great lap by the Renault driver. So didn't need to complete that lap, but I suppose there's no way he could have known that. Say that to Wills. What? I think Roland said something in the chat about saying something to Will Swayze. Season 12 F1 XL, he crashed in quality in a race, and something about Jolly. Sorry, Roland. Can you just? I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Can you just explain what you're on about? Oh, turn 7. Oh, okay. So I don't think Will had a good experience at turn 7 then, I guess, I presume. But as we go around, yes, my name's a bear, around the final corner. Oh, he does get himself out. He's just got himself out. Look at F1 Leclerc. Got to think he must have known that El Portero was out and Max Mann wasn't getting out, because I feel like he would have improved his lap if...
That man likes to live dangerously.
He really does, doesn't he? But by doing that, I believe he has spared himself a set of soft tyres, so it has worked out for him this time. But boy, but then again, remember, Leclerc did have the his Xbox turn off on him, so that could be a reason for it as well. So I just hope he is back in the session. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the session over. So it is El Portero, who I imagine must have crashed on his flying lap, because his fastest lap came on the hards. He was on a set of softs and must have just lost it, perhaps at turn 7, which is yeah. And Max Mann didn't give himself enough time to complete the lap. Where the fuck is my food? It's really late. But oh well, come on. It's fine.
Still not turned up.
No. I think they must have had delays or something, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. As long as it gets here, I don't fucking care when. Pardon my language. I don't know why I needed to swear there, but yeah, Sinful Chris leads the way then, with Rollhard Lad putting a great lap right at the end to go second. Constant Ryan third. So let's see how this progresses into Q2.
Q2 is always my favourite. It's the one where the strategy is decided for the race. That's what makes it more interesting in my eyes.
To a certain degree, this is probably the most important of the 3 sessions. I would have to agree with you on that.
Which is why.
That's
why I was curious with Will on the mediums, with him not saving them for this session.
Why does it say lap 1 of... Oh, no, there we go. It was saying lap 1 of 3.
Lap 1 of 3?
I was like, what? Yeah, it's changed now. It's on the Q2 now. But I was like, what the heck is going on? Cody's, go home. You're drunk. Please, if someone did see that on the stream, please tell me I wasn't going bonkers. But anyway...
I didn't see it on my screen.
Well, you've seen things that... Oh, and Leclerc has got back in, so his connection has returned to him.
Things this
Let's
week,
hope that was...
Masters.
Yeah. But anyway, Q2, 15 minutes. Now the bottom 5 will be the next to go out of this session. So after seeing what we saw in that previous session, who do you think's at risk here? Swayze?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think it depends on strategy. Those who may be looking to try and do a one-stop may go out if they on the mediums, because other people might opt for a 2, and obviously starting on the soft, so they'll be running a faster tyre, which will give them more advantage to go through. So I think it's really going to be which strategy you choose can also affect whether you can make it through qualifying.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm noticing as El Porto leaves the session, so let's hope he gets back in as well. So I'm just looking at the fitted tyres. Hard tyres on Chris, Yes My Name's a Beer, and Ultimate Base. There's a bunch of different tyre strategies going on here actually. Roll Hard Lad on the hards, Jez is on the mediums, the Leclerc's, although they haven't come out of the pits yet, mind, so... So of the people that are at the pit, Sebastian's on a set of mediums, BX is on a set of softs, Norris is on softs. There's a lot of different strategies at play here, and we'll have to see exactly where they slot into the pecking order on these tyres. I'm currently on board with Ultimate Base. I think he's going to be the first driver to set a competitive lap time, so we'll stay on board with the Toro Rosso. Has shown really good pace, but has had some serious bad luck at times. You know, had the issues with El Porto in Britain. Made a mistake in Russia as well. Didn't actually show up for USA last week, I believe. But let's hope the Ultimate Base one, the ultimate one, as we might call him, can have a good race tonight.
Unfortunately, with me being ill last week, I did miss the action myself with USA. So
it was a good race. It was a very good Grand Prix. Me and Sambo definitely had a lot of fun commentating, especially with the odd rain that appeared, where it was that rain that wasn't quite wet enough for Inters.
There's nothing like a good bit of rain to make everything go to chaos.
Ultimate Base goes round the final corner on the hard tyres, 120.1. Not quite the fastest we've seen on the hards. BX and Progeny were doing 119s on those tyres, but still not a bad lap time. I think Chris is going to be next on the hards as well. What can he do on these tyres? It's only a 120.2 for Chris, so not able to replicate the pace that we saw on the softs on these hard tyres, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wonder if he made a mistake anywhere on that lap.
It's
impossible to tell. I don't know who's going to be next. I'm on board with Roll Hard. He's just coming around the last couple corners. So let's see what the Renaults. F1 Norris goes fastest on a set of softs though, 119.8. Roll Hard Lad on a set of hards. What can he do? Only a 123.6. I think he must have bailed that lap because he's got almost full ERS for this lap. So as BX goes second on a set of softs. Now, considering the lap time we saw of him in Q1 on the hards, that can't have been a particularly quick lap. Oh, as we've got Williams sideways. It's a son of Progeny. He must have lost it there. It's very easy to lose it at that corner. It's the tricky chicane, the first chicane of the track. He has lost it there, but I believe... yes, he does have damage. He's lost both of his... Somehow he's lost both of his end plates. So he must have whacked the wall twice. So he's going to have to come back to the pits. Yeah, they will chew you up and spit you out if you let them. You have to... you have to go aggressive, but you have to show these corners respect.
Even the gravel.
There is a reason. There is a reason this is used as the testing track for the winter testing. It's got a very good mix of straights, high-speed corners, low-speed corners. Pretty much got everything you need of a testing circuit. So while personally it's not my favourite track to watch the racing on, it's definitely a good circuit for testing. So I understand why they keep coming back here for the winter seasons.
Great driving.
So very slow lap by Sebastian. Must have been a. He's got out of the way. He's actually coming into the pit, but 135.6. F2 cars can go faster than that. So I don't know what he's done on it. No, I think anyone could get an F2 car in the low 120s, not high 120s. Sorry. As Jezza goes fastest on a set of medium tyres. 119.7.
That's a good time on the medium.
That is not a bad time on the medium tyres at all.
I think he saved them and had a brand new set for this session. Will was just about to cross the line for his, and goes into 7th.
Almost a second down on the same tyres. So, yeah, that just goes to show you just what. Although that must be a set of used medium because he set his fastest Q1 time on the mediums as well. So that may not be completely representative of Big Will's true pace. Because I believe that will be a slightly used set.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think Big Will may have a bit more to show if he can. Yeah, well, he'll definitely get back and then put a set of softs, I'd imagine. Yes, my name's a beer out there on a set of he's on a set of hards again, which I'm sure he's done quite a few laps on these tyres. So
the championship leader is about to go for his hot lap on a set of mediums. I'm just on board with Jamie now.
He is indeed. I've just gone on board with him myself. And yes, Roland does make a very good point. It can be a boring race here just because of the testing. Obviously, because they test here, they have so much data, they have so much knowledge of the track that it's so hard to. It's basically down to who has the fastest car here, and it's hard to get decent racing here most of the time. So yes, very good point made by Roland in the chat. Let's stay on board with F1 Leclerc Championship leader as he comes to the dreaded turn 7. Ooh. It was definitely a bit of oversteer there, but he held it.
Very nice.
I just received a message.
Very nice.
Bear me. You have to bear me. Well, I'll check on my phone actually. Red Devil Dom has sent me a message, and he. Okay. Dom wants to join the combox until the race begins. I think we can. We can honour that request.
You want?
He had a very good race in USA, by the way. I believe he came in P6, so we can talk to him about that one. And I believe Red Devil Dom has just joined the party. Please make sure you check the box if you haven't. I'm just going to see what F1 Leclerc's time is.
Oh, that's
good
a great
lap time by the mediums. Yes, 1:19.4.
Good evening.
Great lap time. Hello, Dom. How are we?
I missed qualifying.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but they did wait a few minutes because Chris had a disconnection issue, so he had plenty of time. But yeah.
Yeah,
but
the one night.
How are you?
Yeah, Spain should be okay for me. Hopefully, cross those fingers. From the back of the grid.
You had a cracking race last time out at USA. Obviously, you know you kept out of everyone's way, and whereas everyone else fell around, you kept going to P6. So I think it was P6, wasn't it?
I just capitalised on. Yeah, I think it was. I capitalised on everyone else's mistakes essentially.
Hey, there's an old.
What's that, sorry, Steve?
Is that something you'll be looking to do in this race? Obviously, with missing qualifying, but using brand new tyres to the advantage.
I'm going to hopefully take inspiration from a certain Valtteri Bottas. And go from the back of the field.
Oh yes, of course, because obviously in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix this weekend, Valtteri Bottas is serving a engine penalty, and yes, he will be starting from the back of the grid, despite well, actually no, I won't say where he qualified, just in case people haven't seen it. I'm glad I helped. Yes, spoiler warning. Yes, I'm gonna hold my tongue on that. But yeah, there is an old saying in F1: to finish first you must finish, and you know, fair play to you for getting the finishing and getting a good result for it. So
well, I'm not going to blow my trumpet like Chuck and Swayze, but I do tend to finish most of my races I compete in.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No, definitely more than I can say for myself. I have to be honest.
You do alright, like.
Oh, that's a cracking lap.
Oh, what a lap time on the medium tyres. He's nearly matched his soft top lap.
How does he do it?
From Q1.
Now I know you will go on ground here if I ask this question, but who got knocked out in Q1?
It was El Portero and Maxman. Racing Point.
Just two?
Maxman.
Okay.
Yeah, there was only 17 drivers, so there'll be 18 when you join. But Maxman went into the pits at a point where it's far too late for him to come out and do another lap, while El Portero crashed out before he could set a soft run.
That is the problem with Spain. There are a couple of curbs that will kill you.
yeah, it's so easy to. We've already seen Son of Progeny have a spin in this session on the hard compound tyres. So yeah.
He seems to be
As I said,
struggling from what I've seen recently.
Yeah, as I said, you have to be aggressive here, but you have to treat the track with respect.
Choose your moment.
Quite. So everyone else is quite close. 119.4 for Leclerc, 119.5 for Base, 119.6 for Rollhard, 119.7 for Jezza.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's about Q1, because Jamie said there might be a full grid tonight, so that's why I asked.
Yes. And then, yeah, that's a cracking lap time with Chris. 8 tenths clear of the rest of the field on the same tyres. And that being said, though, Nade had a very commanding victory in qualifying in USA, and then had a very difficult Grand Prix where he had tyre. I think he had issues keeping his tyres alive. So qualifying is not everything.
You guys have just read what Jamie said. SFRL admin chat.
You have Mercedes tonight. Well, you are probably going to end up in that car, considering you're late.
Oh boy.
Well,
I've set myself up for that, haven't I?
Well, you got no one to blame for yourself, do you?
Yeah. As I said, the one night I
Bottas.
had something to do before a race. Bad times.
Well, you said you were going to channel your inner Valtteri Bottas. You're really going to have to now.
Why
I'm
not?
with Matt 45.
Through 6 and 7. He's on his hot lap now. I've been on board with him. He's
Yeah,
gone through
just
6 and
watched.
7. Lovely.
Yeah, he did look very composed. Very slow lap by Constant Ryan, but I'm sure
I've
that
got to go
must
for it,
be,
Mark, haven't I? I've got to go for it now.
Yeah, why not? You know, just go for it and see what you can do from the back. You know,
If it
Not
will
like
let me
you
load
can-
it.
you can only go one way from the back, and that's forward.
Forward.
So
If it lets me load a
that's the
setup,
way.
I'm happy.
Ooh, that I think might be a problem. They don't normally. Part firmer usually is in effect, so you might be in trouble with that one.
Probably on. Probably on 3 minutes.
Good luck.
There
Thank
are
you very
worse
much.
tracks to start free on. Spain.
I think with that, put Matt 45 up in the second place. In this session.
Sorry, my food just arrived. Yeah, that's a great lap by Matt 45. Fastest on
rides in the
the
gravel.
well.
Constant rides in the gravel.
Oh dear. That could be costly because I don't know if he's got damage. That's very costly mistake by Constant
he
Ryan
does.
because I think that's
It's from
yeah,
yeah,
I can see
in
his
several places.
Double A's. I think has crashed as well because he's out of Q2.
Yeah, he's retired.
Oh my!
I don't think Rogan
All of
is
us-
to get a black one. He was on the grass when I'm getting on board with him. He had to slow down.
Well, yeah,
obviously,
I hate to say it, but I
this
think
lap
Constant
being,
rides out of
I
Q,
think
out of Q2.
Constant Ryan's out. I think Son of Progeny. Yeah, that's very slow. I think Son of Progeny isn't flying either. So, yeah, well, I think we're going to have some shock eliminations here, lads. I did not expect Constant Ryan and Son of Progeny to go out of this stage, but it looks like it's going to happen.
Keep an eye on Roland, he's on the bubble.
Let's have a look at his lap time. He's on the medium tyres at the moment, hoping to get through. But I think he
Roland.
might be. Oh yeah, that was a. Oh, he's backed,
He's backed
out of it.
He's out of it.
So he's out. Both McLarens are going to go out at this Q2 stage. The only one we need to watch, I believe, is Yes, My Name's a Beer. Once again, he's going to be the focus of this qualifying session. Can he get himself out of?
Just in case.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm sure he's backed out of his lap, but Yes, My Name's
I'm
a
sure.
Beer. Comes around the final corner. Can he get himself out of this qualifying session? No, he
does.
can't. Not quite.
Oh,
no,
11.
Only 11th.
Yeah,
Just
Progeny.
misses out.
Progegy's gone.
Progegy's gone.
Roland's
we know
parked.
is not on a lap. So yeah, that's the 5 drivers eliminated from Q2. Yes, My Name's a Beer. TES Roland, AA not 1903, Constant
Will
Ryan
Pitts.
181, and Son of Progeny. 2 very big names going out very early. Has to be said, I did not expect. I think to an extent AA as well. I don't think I expected AA to go out at this point either.
Oh, this is interesting.
So
lads. Most drivers have got through to the top 10 on mediums, apart from Norris and
Yeah, I was just about to. No, there's more than that. Sebastian is not on softs as well.
No, he's on mediums.
No, he's on. No, he
mediums.
got his best time was on the. I think he did go out on the soft, but he didn't set a lap time on them.
No,
Perhaps saw everything going on
yeah.
and backed out of it. So no, he has got through on the mediums. It is only Will and Norris through on softs, but nevertheless, still very good work by Big Will to get out of Q2.
Oh, yeah.
Considering, you know, considering he hasn't looked the paciest. He perhaps a bit helped by luck, but sometimes you have to make your own luck in this game, and
Not being biased,
he is
but
through to Q3.
I'll be the first to give Will a good old thumbs up.
Well, you are an Alfa Romeo driver, so I think we can allow that. We can accept that. So
Thank
yes,
you.
that is the session over. Yes, if you didn't support your teammate, I'd be a bit worried.
Nah, I always support Will to the end. Always.
Absolutely, that's the way to do it. So I'll just get my food out. I'm not going to eat it until
Well,
Yeah, the
I'll run
Q3,
us through the
but-
top 10 then, shall
Yeah,
I?
well.
Central Chris on an 18.6, followed by BX on an 18.3, Bat 45, Norris, Leclerc, Base, Rollhard, Will, Jezza, and Sebastian. So, Izzy, can you do the other 5 that have gone out, sadly?
Yeah, with a 5. Where's the bloody that one? Yeah, well. In 11, going out in 11th was Yes, My Name's a Beer. 12th was Roland. 13th Bavaria. And the screen change before I could do the rest.
Constant moment.
So, yeah.
You sure you don't want to do my job for me, Dom?
I'm sure, mate.
You stop looking bad.
All right.
I just grabbed it because I thought you're eating, so go for it.
No, I'm just I'm not gonna get into it until the end of Q3. I'll definitely focus on this because Q3 is obviously the top 10 shootout, and I have to have my full attention on this session to see
Of
who
course.
is gonna take pole position. We have 2 Ferraris, 1 Alfa Romeo, 2 Toro Rossos, 2 Red Bulls, 1 Mercedes, 1 Renault, and 1 Williams. So, who's your money on pole position then? I mean, surely because there's only one.
One man.
Person
Only
we
one
can-
man in my mind.
There's
That's all right
the
then.
smart money. The
Yeah.
smart money is certainly on the Sinful Chris to
That's
get
what I'm
this
thinking.
pole
Yeah.
position.
Although,
But
BX
You
is
never know.
Absolutely on
close.
fire.
Don't rule out BX. At your pill.
no. I don't think anyone can be. I don't think anyone can be ruled out. You know,
I mean,
think
Leclerc
we'll just have to
surprises.
see. You very well could.
And of course, Jezza. You can put that together.
At the end of the day,
Good.
everybody here is a good driver.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, big lockup from Jezza though, going around the. I believe it was turn 6.
I'm not discounting that at all. On their day, any of these 10 can get pole. Any of them.
Absolutely. Oh, reset mics. Swayze and Dom sound like robots. Apparently,
Shit.
you might need to reset your mics.
Oh,
lads.
sorry. Did not mean to swear.
It's all right.
Right. So, yeah, pulled the mic out then. Right. See if that's better. Let me know.
Yeah, let us know, lads, if sounding better. Although they might be on laps by the time they
Yeah.
we have it. It's actually okay. I was on board with Jezza. It's actually Ultimate Base that's got out first.
Hope so.
We'll
Sorry.
see soon enough.
Right. I'll stick on
So, yeah,
board
it's actually
with Base.
Ultimate. Yeah, I'm on board with Base as well. He's going to be the first driver to set a lap time as he comes round to the end of the first sector. Now onto this right-hander. Takes it in
actually-
fourth gear.
Matt 45 just gone to the lap, so I'll go on board with Matt.
Okay, you stay on board with him. I'll stick on board with Base. Keep an eye on his lap time. Oh, he's gone wide there. Don't think he'll get a cut for that, but perhaps not ideal. As he goes through this tricky turn 7. Holds it nicely though. No oversteer understeer as he goes now through this right-hander. Very quick right-hander, almost flat sometimes depending on the downforce you're running.
Matt's
Now
looking
brakes hard.
measured and controlled.
Okay, that's good to hear. Now on with Base through this very slow section. I still think they should let them go flat out here, but that's just my opinion.
I agree.
It's especially these days when he had a safety. But as it comes on the final corner, we're now going to see what the benchmark is for everyone to aim for. Ultimate base goes down to 118.7. Not a good lap time. Very good lap time. Jez is next across the line. 119.1. Can't quite match the Toro Rosso.
Coming through the final corner.
Next? Matt 45 is the next car to set a lap time. What can Matt 45 do? 187. Oh, 4 thousandths off of Ultimate Base. What a fantastic lap time. As Jez is in the gravel.
Jez is in the gravel.
Lap time then. 119.7 for F1 Norris. Who's next? I think it's going to be BXTN. 118.3 for BXTN 90.
Up to the line. Sebastian.
Great lap time by BX.
Second for Sebastian.
118.6. Good lap time by Sebastian. I'm just shutting my door so I'm not bothering people. 119.8 for Big Will. F1 Leclerc. He now comes around the final corner. What can the championship leader do? Second, just off of BX. Less than a tenth off of BX. These lap times are looking, excuse me, very, very close and very competitive. We still have 2 drivers.
Chris goes on lap now.
Okay. So now, let's go on board. Yes, we'll both go on board. Yeah, you stay on board with Rollhard, lad, then, and just keep me updated on how he does. As Sinful Chris, the easy favourite for pole position here. He still has to go out and get the job done, though, and BXTN 90 has set down a very impressive marker for him to chase. So we'll have to see what the Toro Rosso driver can do. He looks pretty steady so far. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Let's hope that's just someone getting out of the way. I believe it is.
It's not Rollhard, he's just starting his lap now.
Okay. Sinful Chris goes through turn 7. He took that beautifully. And yeah, just a slight lift, but then straight back on the power through turn 8. Now down to this heavy braking area. Ooh, a little bit wide, but you can get away with it there as long as you take the corner well enough, and he's taken the corner plenty well enough. Now through this very slow complex here. Right. Then left. Then right again. And now flat out through this final corner. Sinful Chris, favourite for pole position. What can he do? What time does he set? Oh, it's only an 18.5. Only third passes for Chris.
So as I said now.
And Rollhard is the last driver to set a lap time. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. I've just come on board with that, and he has lost it going into.
He took too much curb. Too much curb.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Once that set of tyres, he's going to have to box and get straight back out.
Yeah, we will have to box for that.
I fear we just commentating cursed him a bit. Sorry, Aaron.
I don't know about that. You did say about
apparently you two are still sounding like robots, so just to let you know. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know that.
Both of us.
But yeah, so that's a bit of a surprise. Sinful Chris has not. Yeah. Sinful Chris has not taken pole position as we expected. No. There's still another run to go, but it's BXTN 90 that is leading the way in the Mercedes with F1 Leclerc just behind. Both on 18.3s, but we've got a lot of guys behind them in the 18s as well. Matt 45 on base. Sebastian's having a good show of himself. Didn't have a particularly good USA Grand Prix, but he's looking very racy here.
Okay, Sinful Chris, I thought you were going to go on a lap there, but you just come straight back in the pits. Thanks for that. And he takes out the bollard on his way in.
I think they're all going to be in the pits now just to... in fact, there's only one car out on track now, which is the Williams of Jezlo. Although Big Will is out now as well.
Chris had gone out to do another lap, and then he just came back again.
I see. What's wrong with my fucking internet?
Nothing's wrong with mine.
Roland and Chris are suggesting leaving the party and rejoining, and that might. So if you guys leave the party, I'll send you invites.
You have to re-invite us then.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. So leave the party and I'll send invites out.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Okay, there we go. So let's hope that your voices are now fixed. As Jezza is the only driver out on a lap, so we'll stay on board with him. Yes, let us know. Are they sounding better? Is it the same? Whoa!
Oh, Jezza!
He tried to save it. Whoa! He whacked it. Oh, I thought he saved that, but that was very,
a brave
very
attempt by Jezza. My God.
That was many poos coming out moment there. Whoa.
Change the trousers on Jezza, please.
Yes. Whoa. Very scary moment for Jezza, but he does get away with it.
He's still in.
No, he's missed the pit lane. Wow. Oh, he's in his eagerness to get back to the pits. He's messed up the pit lane entry. He does reversing out. I hopefully he'll get away with that. I'm sure he will.
A,
now,
he's
will
lucky
he have
not to be
enough
crashed
time?
out. B, lucky not to be disqualified.
And C, he may not even have the time to get out now. He's going to have to be really quick on the change. And if he even has a fresh set of tyres left.
Make that
It can happen. It can happen to us all.
For Jezza, please.
Your mics apparently are still shit, so I don't really know what we can do about it, to be honest. Okay, it might be because there's 3 people, so obviously when you leave, Dom, hopefully it will fix itself. But
yeah, sorry,
it's not your fault.
Was it time
It's
before?
not.
Or, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think we were having problems until Dom came in, and that's not a knock on you, Dom. I think it's more just an Xbox issue, so it is what it is.
Good old Codemasters.
Quite, yes. So who's on laps now?
I think Will's on that, so I'll stick on board with Will.
No, Will's just completed his lap, so I'm going to stay on board with Matt 45. Yes.
I believe
BX has just started a lap as well. Yeah, the current pole sitter looking to go even faster, but we'll go on board with Matt 45, the current second place in the championship standings.
I will go on board with Ultimate Base then.
Well, if you're not on that lap now, I doubt you're going to get.
Yeah, it's probably a Twitch problem there. Ooh, Matt 45 gets that corner right. Yeah, so it may fix itself when Dom leaves the party to get ready for the race. But if not, Matt 45 has backed out of his lap. So clearly not happy with something. Maybe an invalidation. But he's backed out.
Wide. Is he going to back out of it? No, he's going to carry on.
I'm going on board now with BXTN 90s. I believe he's going to be the next car. Set lap time. Whoa, well held, but that might hurt his lap time chance though. He's going to finish the lap, I think. No, he's not. He's aborted the lap, so he doesn't feel happy with that at all. So now, let's instead go on board with Ultimate Base 405. He's going to be the next guy, I believe, to set a lap time.
Coming into the final sector.
Let's see what... Yeah. Hard braking through that left-hander. Took it pretty solidly. Left, then right. Oh, got very wide there. I think he'd get away with it, but will that hurt his lap time? We'll have to see. As he goes through these left-right chicane. Now blasting through the final corner. What can Ultimate Base do? Can he improve his 1:18.7? No, he can't. He has not improved. Remains 5th fastest.
Going back to back 45.
Simple Chris is just getting ready to cross over.
Yeah, I'm just watching Simple Chris. Can he do anything about BX's lap time? No, he can't. He stays 3rd fastest. So, not the pole position we were expecting from Simple Chris. I really hope we didn't jinx him in any way, but I'm sure we didn't. As Ultimate Base has now gone off to the gravel, but he keeps hold of it. I can't tell who's on the lap and who's not. Matt 45 coming across the line. What the hell was that about?
I don't know.
Well, that's
carry on.
Not going to put people off, is it?
I think it put off Big Will.
Well, doesn't matter. I think Big Will was finished anyway, as F1 Norris goes 8th fastest, 1:19.0. Jez is on a lap. Leclerc, I think, is on a lap. He is.
Yep, penultimate corner.
I think it's just these two. because Ultimate Base was in the gravel last time I saw him. So F1 Leclerc,
Jumps on the
can he
final corner.
snatch pole position from BXCN90?
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he can! By 3/100ths of a second, F1 Leclerc has stolen pole position, and Jezza has popped himself up to 6th as well.
And Base is
Oh,
in 50.
what a final shootout that was!
Wow.
Crashes we had.
I
Yeah,
mean,
what yowie
yeah.
wowie, Jesus. Oh,
Craziness.
oh dearie me. So we have our top 10. So F1 Leclerc, Roll Hard lads got himself the 3rd as well, ahead of Sinful Chris. We didn't see that.
I didn't see that. No. Good
No,
job.
great lap by Roll Hard. So yeah, Sinful Chris only P4 in the end, despite showing blistering pace in Q2.
I think that's
Shout
the
out
worst.
happened there?
Sebastian P5.
Oh, anyway, very well done to Leclerc for putting it on pole. They're very close to the
Yeah,
XCM.
excellent job. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
looking
good job
forward
to
to
him.
this race start with the guys so close as they are. Only half a second covering 1st from 8th. That goes to
Well,
show you just how close it was. And Norris is only 3/10 off that as well. So
Yeah, I'm going to take my opportunity to back out of this and get ready for the race. So thank you and good luck with the commentary.
yeah, thank you for. I know it's been a bit staticky, but thank you for joining us nevertheless. Chris invalidated his final lap.
No problem.
So that might
good luck, you
explain what happened to him. But yeah, thank you very much. I will see you some other time.
On the flip side.
Dom.
Yeah. Cheers,
Oh,
guys.
yes. Bye. So let's
Hopefully my
hope.
audio quality improves from here
Yeah.
on in.
Yeah, let's hope and pray. All right, I'm actually going to take the break to have some of my food, so I'm actually going to go a bit quiet for a bit. It's going to be a 9:07 start, so about 5 minutes from now. So I'll be back in about 5.
That's no problem. I guess that leaves me here to ramble on. Oh, that roll jump. But looking forward to this now. It should be a good race. Especially from the top 4. Top 8, like Mark said, is very, very close. So. Oh, bloody hell. I lost my stuff. No. Aha. I'm just gonna quickly go and make myself a drink, ready for the race.
Okay, we are back. Well, I am. Swayze has just gone to reset his internet, just in case it was that was causing the issues. I've literally just scarfed down a chicken burger, so I'm now all fed and watered. So, we have a very interesting race, I believe, up and coming for the round 18 SFRL Spanish Grand Prix, as they now set off on the formation lap. So it is F1 Leclerc on pole position, BXC90 behind him in second, Roll Hard Lad, great qualifying for him for the Renault in third, Sinful Chris invalidated his final lap. And sadly we do not know exactly what he would have done, but he will be starting P4 with a very impressive lap by Sebastian 247, setting him P5. Oh, excuse me. I think I ate too fast. Jezza, P6. Ultimate Base, P7. Matt 45, not as high as he would have hoped. He might have been hoping for more than 8th position, but it's still very close between those top 8. F1 Norris 9th. Big Will 10th. Yes, my name's a beer in 11th, the highest place that will get the free tyre choice. Roland 12th. Double A, Constant Ryan and Son of Progeny 13th and 14th and 15th. Perhaps a bit out of position. They had issues in Q2, and I would say those three might be on a charge on their fresher tyres. So it'll be interesting to see their progress through the field. As we then have El Portero 16th, Maxman 386, and Red Devil Dom, who did join us in the commentary box. He did make it a bit staticky, but can't blame the lad. It's not his fault. But he will start at the back in P18 due to joining late, but he is in the race. So we have 18 cars ready to take the start of this Spanish Grand Prix, and I'm expecting a thriller. Just going to send Swayze a party invite. Just in case he is out. But I'm also going to turn the party to joinable. I've made the party joinable for Swayze in case he, as Constant Ryan. Oh, that is a bad time to disconnect for Constant Ryan, right as the race is about to begin. This is a terrible camera angle. But we now have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we have go! I can't tell who's getting a good start. F1 Leclerc, I think, has got a good start. Look at Sinful Chris, has got a fantastic start. Roll Hard Lad, bogged down at start, but Sinful Chris having the run on BXC90. They're side by side. BX is not giving in. He's one of the stoutest defenders in F1 Codemasters Racing Esports. And Sinful Chris is still in the inside. BXC90 has to give him the room. Has he got through? They're still wheel to wheel, BXC90, but he's gone through. BXC90, oh, very nearly lost it. Resolute defense by BXC90, but it very nearly cost him. As Double A, something has happened to Double A. He's well off the back of the field. As the rest of them, Constant Ryan obviously has disconnected. As, oh, that's Yes, My Name's a Beer, going off onto the grass as well. And Maxman is in the wall. Maxman. Oh, this is a terrible, terrible start for Racing Point. One of them disconnected, the other has gone into the wall. F1 Leclerc retains the lead for now. Sinful Chris, though, has gone from 4th to 2nd. The Son of Progeny has made a great start from 15th on the grid. Currently now 11th. Great start for him. Constant Ryan and Double A did not have good starts. But Son of Progeny, he's used to having to fight his way from the back. So it'll be interesting to see what the Williams can do as he now sits in 11th. It's not been a good start for Sebastian, from 5th on the grid down to 9th. So not a good start for the Red Bull, and only his 2nd race for the Red Bull team. Who else has lost out? Let's actually have a look at these position changes. So Sinful Chris, great start from him, gaining 2 positions. Ultimate Base has had a great start as well, gaining 3 positions. Rollhard's not had a good one, losing 2. Matt 45 and F1 Norris have gained 1 position each. Sebastian, as I said, not a good start, has lost 4 positions off the line. Son of Progeny has gained 4 positions, as has El Portero, who is also, he's on the hard compound tyres as well, so we'll be expecting him to go very, very long into this race. While Roland has lost a position. Dom's made a few positions off of the start, so good job by Dom. And then everyone else, Yes My Name's a Beer, has DNF, so we already have our first DNF of the session as Son of Progeny. Oh, something's happened to Son of Progeny because he's dropped. As we've got El Portero has spun as well, and both McLarens are out. Both McLarens, we can see them in this shot here. They've collided, and both McLarens out of the Grand Prix as El Portero, I don't think, knows what to do, and he goes around. We have a safety car. Safety car has been deployed. This is a rarity for a Codemasters game, but we do have safety car deployed. And, well, I think we had to with all the chaos that was going on with El Portero going off, Son of Progeny having an incident. Roland and Double A both out for McLaren. There was no choice really. As Big Will, remember, Big Will started on the soft compound tyres, and he clearly wants to be rid of them. Could be a very good strategy call for Big Will. What's he going on to? I think it's a set of hard compound tyres. Let's now take a look at what tyres everyone's on. And yes, it is hard tyres going on Will. I think he'll struggle to get those to the end, but you never know. We might see something weird as BX has... something's happened to BX. He's going very slow for some reason. Has he had an off? I'm not sure what's happened, but he's dropped to 5th place behind Rollhard Lad. Ultimate Base is now up to P3. So it's a Toro Rosso 2-3 at the moment with only F1 Leclerc ahead of them. And wow, what a chaotic start we have had. I'm not sure if Swayze is going to get back in the session. Hopefully he does. Just going to message him. But wow, absolute chaos at the start. And we have 3 drivers out already. The Renault of Yes Man is a bit, and both McLarens, Double A and Roland, out as well. So another disappointing end for what looked like such promise for McLaren. You know, outside the top 10, but they were going to be on fresh tyres. But it hasn't worked out for them, and they are now in deep, and now, well, I say deep trouble, they're out. So I don't know why I said that. Max Mann, obviously, remember, he lost it at turn 7. Perhaps a bit of a reprieve for Max Mann. He is going to be able to catch the pack back up under the safety car conditions, as Norris has pitted. So perhaps thinking the same as Big Will, but as El Portero has received a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Son of Progeny. So what happened between these two? El Portero, it has to be said, he has a history of colliding with other drivers. I mean, again, it may... I don't want to go into detail. There may have been a reason for it happening in Silverstone. But, yeah, oh dear. Bad. That's not good for El Portero. Not good at all. Does he have damage to his wing? Yes, he does. We can see his right end plate is missing. So, he's going to be in trouble at this restart, I think, for one reason or another. I mean, it could be that maybe he was caught out by the pack backing up as well. It's hard to say exactly what causes incidents like these. But let's see. No one is on a soft compound tyre. Almost medium throughout the whole board, except for Constant Ryan, who I think is still a ghost. Or is he? I can't tell. He might be back in, actually. I think Constant Ryan might have got back in. I'm not sure. Roland saying that the Haas has taken out both McLarens, so that is El Portero. So, oh dear. What exactly happened, Roland? I came on board a bit late. I only came on board to see the 2 McLarens strewn across the track. Obviously, only go into detail if you want to go into detail, though. But, oh, what's happened here? Sinful Chris has somehow got past F1 Leclerc. What's happened? Safety car is in. I presume this will be the next lap as Jezza pits. Yeah, so I've just had a message saying the safety car is in this lap. So I presume that will be next lap coming around, or that's a very late call on a safety car. Or should I say early call? It's a bit weird. I hope the lobby's not broken or something. It wouldn't surprise me if it was. Okay, so I think Constant Ryan is back. El Porter has pitted, presumably to fix his wing. He's just come out just ahead of Maxman. He's on another set of hards. That's interesting. Son of Progeny is on a set of softs. He's the only man on the soft tyres on the whole grid. I just had a message saying the safety car is in this lap, so we should be getting that soon enough. It does look as though Sinful Chris is being made to stay well away from the safety car. So this is interesting. I wonder what's going on here. But how did he jump Leclerc under the safety car condition? Did Leclerc make a mistake somewhere? I mean, to be honest, if anyone knows about making a mistake on the safety car conditions, it is Sinful Chris. So I know he's going to hate me for saying that on stream, but I couldn't resist. But yes, I believe the safety car is coming in. Yes, I think it should be. And Sinful Chris is backing the pack up here. Will he be able to release? Goes around the final corner. Safety car is in. And Sinful Chris is away. We are racing once again. As Sinful Chris leads them off. I still want to know how he got past Leclerc on the restart. But let's focus instead. Oh, I thought Ultimate Base might have been close enough to make a challenge, but I don't think he is. Is anyone going to make a challenge? F1 Norris and Big Will. They're side by side here. Mediums for Norris, hards for Big Will. And I think Norris has got the jump on him here. Yes, he has. As Constant Ryan has also got the jump on Sebastian 247. So he had been disconnected, but I believe he's got back in the game. And he's well off of 6th place Map 45, so I'm guessing racing hard with Sebastian might have been what caused that. But he is still in the game. He is still going, as Son of Progeny is now past Big Will as well. Although, oh, he's fighting hard though. For some reason, on the outside. Oh, look at that! Look at that for racing. Or is that Jezza that he's fighting with now? Yes, it is. I think it's Jez that he's fighting with now rather than Son of Progeny. My bad. I was focusing too hard. Oh, there's contact between Dom and Progeny. Oh, a lights up on the wall. I don't know if that's going to cause damage. As Maxman is in the gravel once again as well. And why is he driving backwards across the track? Or is this the right way? Oh no, this is the right way, but he's gone again! Sorry, I thought it was on a different part of the track. Oh dear, not a good race by Maxman. Dom has been compromised. Big Will has dropped down as well. And what's going on up at the top? BXC90 is harrowing Rollhard Lad, who has dropped off a bit off of Ultimate Base, and Leclerc also has dropped off of Sinful Chris. So losing that position to Chris, however it happened, seems to have been really costly for Leclerc, as he's now struggling to keep with the Toro Rosso. I'll invite Roland in because he wants to get in. Why not? Why not? I'll send him an invite. BXC90 goes around the corner as we are joined by TES Roland. Please make sure your audio is included before you speak.
Good evening.
Hello there. So what happened, buddy? All I saw was two McLarens strewn across the racetrack. What happened?
Alfa Toro lost it on turn 9, and
yep.
I thought this car was going to stay on the right, so I stuck to the left, and then this car flew to the left, hit my rear, spun me. I have no damage whatsoever, but Double A couldn't avoid me. I mean, he plowed right into
got him, man.
And we both DNF'd.
Unlucky, man. It's gutting to see both McLarens go out like that, but
it's shit. But happens.
So we just had a pass. Son of Progeny fighting with Sebastian 247 in 8th and 9th. Oh, he's having to be very aggressive here. But he's still side by side with the Red Bull. But I think Sebastian has to admit defeat. Son of Progeny on those softs is the fastest man on the track by a long, long way. We have a yellow flag in sectors 1 and 2. What's happened here? I'm not sure. It could be... I don't know, actually. It's gone. So whatever it was, it's gone. But that's strange. So who's currently... BX is quite close to Rollhard still, but I think they're all sort of in a bit of a concertina effect at the moment. Not quite able to get close enough as Maxman finally retires. Yeah, he was having a bit of a tough one. He was well off, and I'm not sure. I didn't see, sadly.
Maybe crashed.
Yeah, he was struggling in sector 2. I think he kept losing it at that infamous turn 7.
Oh yeah, that one can be really tricky. Yeah, that's what I said in the chat. Big Will lost it there in quali and the race in season 12 in the last game.
Ah, I see.
So it's already.
So apparently the safety car forced Leclerc wide during the safety car.
Yeah, the safety car forced Leclerc wide, and yeah, Chris then passed it. I had to pass it. And
there's some battling going on between Jezza and F1 Norris, and Jezza's gone for a spin. Whoa, Big Will unable to avoid him. And is that Big Will? No, I think Big Will is still, yes, he's still kept all of his wheels on. Virtual safety car deployed for that incident, though. Virtual safety car has been deployed.
And wing damage for Will as well. Will had enough.
I think Big Will's had enough and he's retired. I can't blame him after that, but that is a race quit, sadly. But
yeah, it's a race quit.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So yes, we now have virtual safety car conditions due to the accident we've just seen. Well. This is turning into quite the bit of a demo derby, it seems, at the moment. There's a lot of wheel banging going on in this race. And at the moment, it looks like a race to survive rather than a race to win. But the virtual safety car has ended. Simple Chris has not been caught out by it. If anything, he's gained time on F1 Leclerc. He is just running away with this, which, honestly, I was expecting to do. So, after not getting the lap he wanted in qualifying, he is, by hook or by crook, got past F1 Leclerc, and he is now extending his advantage. As Son of Progeny and Constant Ryan are going into battle now, the same place, and once again those softs are paying in dividends for Son of Progeny. He is on a mission to get back into that top 6 sort of area. The softs are working well for the Williams.
Plays his wing after that.
What tyres is he going on? It's a set of mediums, I believe, going on Jezza, and a wing change for good measure for Jezza. Apparently I didn't know it.
Yeah, mediums should take you about 14-15 laps.
So the closest battle on track at the moment is a freeway battle for the final podium position between Ultimate Base, as Jesper Ensbeer has left. He was the first retirement. Between Rollhard, Ultimate Base and BXC United. They're all separated by just over a second as they battle for this P3 position. But Matt 45 is not far off these guys either. And you know he needs to try and get up there to try and limit what points Leclerc can take off of him. So we'll have to see how this plays out. We've got a mixture of different strategies going on. The top 6 all on medium. Son of Progeny pitted under the safety car, I believe, and put a set of softs on. Constant Ryan has been on those hards. He's had a disconnection with El Porter and has got past F1 Norris for the final point position. But, a bit slow there. F1 Norris, no, not quite able to capitalise on a slow corner by El Porter, though. But, still going, though. That's the important thing. So, 11 laps in, we are third of the way into this Grand Prix. Simple Chris still leads the way. 3.8 the gap to F1 Leclerc in second place. And a further 1.9 seconds back is Ultimate Base, and he has Rollhard and BXTN for very close company.
Ultimate goes wide.
What's happened to... I didn't see that. I was on board with Rollhard. So Ultimate goes a bit wide. That might just give some incentive to the Renault driver behind him. But he's got to keep his eye on BX as well. BX, if he smells an overtake coming on, you know he's going to go for it. As we go on to the DRS straight.
That's DRS. Surely you got to make this one.
He's in overtake mode. I think he's going to go for this. Has Ultimate Base got anything? He goes, he darts to the right, takes the inside line, good defensive move. Oh, bit of contact.
Nice defending by Ultimate.
And look at BX, he swings wide, he's going for a wide corner here. I wonder if BX is going to try something here. No, not quite, not able to. No, thought about it, but yeah, had to back out of that. All while this is happening, Matt 45 is just happily watching this battle go on, just perhaps looking after his tyres, perhaps just not wanting to get involved with this.
Yeah,
Rollhard did get the... Yeah, he got the run on Base, but credit to Ultimate Base. Great defensive. As fastest lap of the race now in Jess's court, but he is 32 seconds off of 11th place, so he's going to struggle to get to the points, I think, after a very, very costly mistake. So I don't think he'll be repeating his podium finish of USA. But still a long way to go. He's not even halfway through this race yet, so we'll see how it progresses. But Sinful Chris really has checked out at the front. 4.4 seconds the gap now to F1 Leclerc, and it is increasing with every lap.
Yeah, Chris is running away with it. I mean, he's the fastest driver on Base in this on the track, so yeah, he's the favourite to win.
Like I said, I was honestly quite surprised he didn't take pole position. As Sebastian is coming to the pits.
Ooh.
That's an early call by Sebastian. Hard compound tyres going on. That's a very early call by Sebastian.
Yeah, my strategy set 14 laps on the medium and 19 on the...
Interesting.
Even though we had
going for an
under... so it should even go a lap longer, I think.
So perhaps going for an undercut to try and get himself back into the game. Meanwhile, Son of Progeny has caught up to these medium runners ahead of him. And Matt 45 has actually gained a lot on BXTN 90, who has dropped off of Rollhard Lad. So a lot going on here as now Son of Progeny on these soft tyres. Will they still have the life to go to think about attacking though? Has he used too much of it, getting past the likes of Portero, Constant Ryan, Norris? Still looks alright on them. I guess we'll have to see, but the problem is every one of these from third down to 7th, they're all going to have DRS of each other as pit stops coming in for Matt 45 and Son of Progeny.
Yes, yeah, he done 8 laps, so...
And that's probably what you expect on the soft, so any longer than that, I suppose you are asking for trouble. Chris is in the pits as well, going on to hard compound tyres.
Pit stop under the safety car. It's like, yeah, I can do 4 more, 5 more laps.
Yeah.
But,
and as he comes out of pit, this is not what Chris wanted to see. He has El Portero directly ahead of him. That is not what Chris wants to see. A new front wing for Progeny as well, so he's had a very slow pit stop because of it. So unfortunately undoes all of the work he had done getting back into the fight, so to speak. But this is not what Chris wanted to see. He did not want to see an El Portero on 9-lap-old tyres. As Double A has also joined us, we now have a McLaren party going on here. So hello Double A, how are we?
Check the box.
Yeah, check the box before you speak. I just wonder if Leclerc will know about this. Will he know that Chris is being held up here? Yellow flag. It's Son of Progeny. Son of Progeny has lost it again.
Oh.
He's lost it coming through turn 4, I think it was. Or was it turn 5? One or two. Oh, as Jezza very nearly.
Yeah, that's turn 4.
Yeah, turn 4, that's right. And he's retired on track. Retired on track.
Yep.
Not something you're really supposed to do, but...
Nope.
As another rage quit.
Let's see what happens to Dom of it.
So, once again, I mean, Red Devil Dom started last, He is nowhere near the rest of the field, but he is 12th just by virtue of still
Dom
going.
is determined to finish. Dom doesn't race quit.
Yeah, credit, and that's a credit to Dom. You know,
Yeah,
when you get these guys who retires, yeah.
If there's a safety car, he's right at the back again.
Yeah, and if a couple more retirements, he's in the points.
Exactly.
And
we're not even
we've
halfway
already had
yet.
one. Yeah, we've already had 6 retirements. That's
Exactly.
why I don't get the defeatist attitude of some of these drivers. And I'm not targeting any one driver. A lot of people do it. Even I've done it once or twice as well.
I did the same this season in Canada, but it was just.
Yeah, but
I was so pissed off.
anything can happen in these races. I mean, it's just not the right thing to do. F1XL hosting me. Thank you very much, whoever that is. I don't know if that was Pingers or Warder, but I got a host from F1XL, which is good to see.
Thank you.
But yeah, you shouldn't really just give up like that, because you just never know what could happen in these races. And yeah, credit to Dom for carrying on when, you know, I don't think anyone could blame him if he did want to. Yay! We can hear double A. Hey man. That's alright. How are you, man?
Well, I crashed into my teammate.
Yes, Roland's already explained what happened to us, so yes, not a good day at the office for McLaren, which is unfortunate to see. Well, can we get your take on it? What, you know, do you have any idea what exactly happened?
No clue. I'm just following Progeny and Dom, and I see Portro's house just sort of go off to the left.
Sorry, just to cut you off there. Sorry to cut you off. We were just having a very close quarters fight between BX and Rollhard. I think BX has got the move done. Yeah, sorry, I had. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I had to go on board with that.
No, Matt's getting close to it.
Yeah. Okay, so Constant Ryan currently leads, but he still has to stop again.
Yeah,
so Simple Chris. Yeah, so Simple Chris is the de facto leader. El Portero also likely to stop again as well. Norris certainly will have to stop again.
Okay.
But so yes, we will see how this unfolds. But I think the closest battle at the moment is BX, Rollhard, and Matt 45. These three battling it out. Ultimate Base was in this battle, but seems to have jumped them somehow. Somehow has managed to get away with it, and is actually closer to F1 Leclerc. So F1 Leclerc's not had a very good opening few laps on these tyres. And Ultimate Base is in the DRS zone.
Yeah, he's got it.
Just going to have a
really
look on Leclerc. Doesn't have any damage on his front wing. Both of his end plates are still there, so it must just be the hard tyres. Maybe he just doesn't like the hards.
So.
Yes, Leclerc, the championship leader, is struggling, and
Yeah, maybe it's hard to get those tires on temperature. Means like more like first 5 laps there. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, it could be that.
That's
And
from
therefore,
show. This line was still. Yeah.
You can see by the flashing lights he's harvesting energy, so he clearly knows he needs the energy to defend at this point rather than attack. But he is coming up to his teammate, who might just give him a bit of a helping hand here. So we'll see what Norris does as they
Norris
go
is probably 1
into
or
the
2
final
laps away from
sector.
his pit.
Yeah, so I'd imagine he'll probably let Leclerc go and maybe be instructed
give him the DRS.
to hold, and then maybe try and hold Ultimate Base up the best he can. So this will be an interesting one. I'm going to stay on board with this and see what happens between the two Ferrari drivers. Just round the final corner we go. Leclerc's gaining, and F1 Norris lets him go. But has he gone too slow here? Because Ultimate Base is gaining on him. No, not quite. Not quite able to sneak past him as well. So this is what I was on about now. But Base can't afford to be stuck behind Norris for too long. But I think he's going to have to be stuck behind him for at least another lap, because it's almost impossible to overtake here at any other position.
Yeah.
So this will play into...
Or turn 10. And turn 1.
Probably.
And that's about it. Maybe if you break turn 4.
Meanwhile, this freeway battle for 7th place rages on. BX Tier 90 still holding Rollhard and Matt 45 back. But will they be able to make any impression on the Mercedes driver, and will they be able to catch back up to ultimate base? Ooh, a bit of a walk from Rohan, lad, I saw. Very lucky there, managed to keep out of the gravel.
Ultimate keeps running off.
Yeah, base is right on the back of Norris.
Yeah, but he's definitely being held up here, I think, because BX...
DRS from Leclerc as well.
Yeah.
And maybe he's going to fit.
I think...
Done 14 laps, nice.
No, stays out. He's not going to get DRS, I don't think. I think he's too far back. Yes, he is. Ultimate base is going to...
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to fight this too hard. He's done the job he needed to do, though. He has held ultimate base up, because ultimate base is now out of DRS range of F1 Leclerc. So he has still done his job, F1 Norris there. So well done to him for that. Good teamwork by the Ferrari guys.
Yeah, Jamie and I was battery back, and he'll be able to keep the gap. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, BX, I think, has had to be a bit defensive here with Rohan, lad, who's right up against him again. And Matt 45 again just lurking in the shadows, almost as if waiting for his moment to strike, or maybe waiting for something to happen ahead of him. But I'm not quite sure exactly which of those it is. Yeah, do check me the penalties situation, please.
Well, it's easy. Sebastian has a 3-second penalty, and Otero has a 5-second penalty. And that's it. And there are a bunch of warnings, but no penalties yet.
Yeah, this isn't the particularly worst track for corner cuts, because usually the corners are so dangerous that most people give them the respect they need. Constant Ryan finally in the pits.
Maybe you get one for the chicane or through.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Medium compound tyres going on the Racing Point. Now, where does he come out? I think he's going to come out ninth, just behind Matt 45. Yes, he is, but he's not far behind him. I honestly thought he'd be a bit further back than that. So Constant Ryan.
And he's on the softer tyres.
Yeah, so this could be an interesting one to watch. 4 seconds off of the... Yeah, Jez is sadly not really in the game at the moment, so...
No, but he needs one DNF. Or one big mistake.
He needs a one DNF, and he can at least go for the fastest lap, yeah. So...
Still 13 laps, so yeah.
Because remember, only the top 10 drivers can contest for the fastest lap point. Who currently holds that, actually? I think it might be Jezza, actually, that holds that fastest lap.
Let's take a look.
Check. 121.8.
Fastest lap. Jezza, 21.7.
Oh, okay, thank you very much for that. So Jezza does hold the fastest lap, but he is out of the top 10. I'm honestly expecting, I think Constant Ryan is going to take that off of him, though. And Constant Ryan is in the top 10, so he could be a favourite for fastest lap point.
Like last week.
El Portero pits. Yes. El Portero pits from second. I presume this will be mediums going on for him. Yes, it is. Mediums going on for the
Matt passing Rohan.
Yeah, Matt passing
10-second time penalty for Jezza for corner cutting, and he's put a wheel on the gravel as well. And Matt has got past Rohan. Thank you. I missed that one. Thank you. I'm glad you two are on the ball. I was focusing instead on the pits. But well done for that. Thank you very much. So yes, Matt 45 has got past Rohan, lad.
Yes, that keeps cutting corners. For some reason.
Yeah, I think Jez is maybe frustration, maybe just pushing too hard to catch back up. I'm not sure. But Matt 45, I did say he was maybe waiting for his moment to strike, and he's jumped Rohan, and he is already gaining on BXTN 90. So
yeah, his hard tires are kicking in probably.
So just over 12 laps to go. Sinful Chris has once again checked out at the ahead. 8.2 second the gap now to F1 Leclerc, who has really lost out in those pit stops. He was challenged by Ultimate Base pit stops, but some good teamwork by Ferrari has helped Leclerc get the gap up to 2 seconds between Ultimate Base, who doesn't seem to be able to get that gap any lower. So I think Leclerc may be safe for second as long as he keeps it steady. As Constant Ryan, fastest lap of the race, 121.3. I did say he might take that. As another 10-second penalty for Jezza. I think he might. Is he?
into the old part of the track. Going into the pit now. Might retire, I think.
Yeah, what? Yeah, possibly.
I don't know.
That could just be frustration. Could just be
Or-
frustration
Or maybe
getting the
it's
better
just
of him, I don't know.
he couldn't get the car, so he had 12 laps.
Maybe, I'm
Constant
not
Ryan's
sure.
taking a second out of Rohan. Is that?
Yeah, those mediums are working well for him, so we'll see what he can do. El Portero on the mediums as well, closing in on Sebastian 247. So, yeah, the mediums seem to be the best tyre to be on at the moment, so who knows, El Portero might fancy a bit of fastest lap action as well, so I think it's going to be between those two. F1 Norris is on the mediums as well. Jez is on the sauce, but surely he's not going to be in the top 10 after all those corner cutting penalties. So I think we can officially exclude him from that. And Red Devil Dom, you know, again, I mentioned it earlier, fair play for him for still going in 12th place. You never know what could happen. We'll see if fate favours him in any way. But for now, Constant Ryan is within half a second of Rollhard. Rollhard is struggling on these tyres, it seems. He's dropped well off of map 45 now. And I think Constant Ryan smells fresh blood.
Yeah, he's going for the
Yes, he does.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, Rollhard is
Easy move.
defending, but nothing he can do. Constant Ryan easily up to 6th place. A great recovery drive from him considering the
Yeah, made up
disconnections
8th
and
place.
starting in 15th. He's doing
Yeah.
very well here, Constant Ryan.
Started
Has to be
14th,
said.
8 places. Simple Portero also made up 8 places. Despite the spin, which took me
Yeah.
and Andrew out. Even them, even
Yes, that's a very
even Domac came
that's a
6
very
places
professional. That's a very professional way of saying that. I honestly wouldn't have blamed you if you had more sterner words for him. But
Yeah, well,
very
he lost it. I mean, it's not like he crashed perfectly in me, so
no, of course.
he lost it
No,
on the
no.
corner. It's
No, we're not.
I mean, I crashed there in that one as well, on that exact same spot. So yeah,
Fair enough. I was saying earlier, I thought Leclerc had shaken Base, but it doesn't seem Base has
bringing it
caught
back.
him up.
1.5 seconds.
Yeah, although he did make a mistake on that final curb, so he has lost a little bit of time. But yes, he has closed the gap to Leclerc. He seems more comfortable. There's another fastest lap by Constant Ryan. He is flying on these medium tyres, and he is definitely a danger for those ahead of him. And Matt 45 and VXC 90 could be in danger of losing their positions as well. I did say I felt it was a bit of a shock that we lost Constant Ryan in Q2, and he's proving my point as he now fights his way back into the high points.
match all the way on the back of the edge.
Yeah,
Shining
Matt
his
45
gearbox.
racing fastest lap by Jazza now, but he is outside the top 10. But if nothing else, it does take the point away from Constant Ryan. So there is that.
But it's still letting Constant Ryan catch up.
They are, yeah. They're getting too close for comfort, and
Get too
the
far.
Racing Point is
Yeah.
happy to.
And that
As
was
Ultimate
too
Base
fast
has
for the X's.
closed again onto F1 Leclerc. Gap's about the same as it was though, so we'll just have to see if Ultimate Base can get any closer. As Matt 45 is right on the back of him now and must surely sense an overtake as possible. But does he have the straight line speed to do it? He goes on the outside. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
But BXC 90 isn't going to give in.
little
Oh, slight contact. And he's
Still
not
fine,
not letting this one die.
Oh.
He is not letting it go, and he's cut back right into the
Yeah.
lead. Can Matt 45 do anything about it? No, he can't. Great driving by both of them. But look at Matt 45, he's got the run.
Oh my
He's got the
God.
run. Oh, more contact between the two. Just a little bit of a love tap as these two battle hard, but this is not helping them. As Jesser finally retires. I think that might have been a crash. I'm going to go on board with Dom to see where he crashed. Go on board with Dom and see if I can figure out where he crashed. Oh, he must have been. No, I think it was a pit lane retirement.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Dom's passed him on the pit lane, so yeah. Yellow flag in sector 1, but I think that is for Jezza, so never mind that.
Just gonna
But
turn
yes,
it.
Constant Ryan is.
Fight.
Yeah, he's loving the fight because it's now allowed him to get into said fight, as there's now less than a second covering these three.
Oh, BX. Little white.
BX gets a wheel on the gravel, but now is Matt 45 going to go for it again? But he's got to look in his mirrors now and look at Constant Ryan.
Oh my God!
He's not. He's not. Look at the speed he's carried. He's not letting Matt 45 have a go at BX because he wants. He's saying, "Thank you very much. I'm going through first." Great stuff
Still a yellow
by
flag,
the
the
Racing
second
Point.
one.
Yellow flag in
It's crazy
sectors 1
racing.
and 2.
Roll
What's
hard's got
happened here? I'm not
roll hard
sure.
box.
He's pitted. Yeah, going on to
Yeah,
soft
Got
tyres.
it.
That's an interesting call by him. Perhaps going for the fastest lap point. Virtual safety car has
Yep.
been deployed.
Oh, good.
So what was that for, I wonder?
Yeah, it might be the block where someone leaves to push out a safety car.
Could be. Yeah, maybe.
And Jess, I just
Probably
left
Jazz
before
leaving.
it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we can take this moment to catch our breaths a bit. With all that action
Yeah,
going on
everything's
between
going
BX,
fast
Constant
lap.
Ryan and Matt 45.
Still in
Yeah,
P10.
Yeah.
I don't blame.
So,
He's gonna be right at the back of Matty through.
Dom is in the pits,
rest of the
good on
race.
mediums.
Matty's got to fight for his life.
Why mediums?
No idea.
Why Dom? Why
Maybe,
mediums?
maybe he didn't have any. Yeah,
Must
I don't
be.
know.
Must be no soft left then. Yes.
Yeah, but he didn't do qualifying though. Red Devil Dom didn't do qualifying though, so
Yeah.
surely he must have had some softs going.
That means 6 laps to go.
Well, we can ask
5
him
laps
later,
for
I
him is
guess.
let down.
But yes,
So,
virtual safety car has ended.
yeah, I left
BX has
backwards.
caught Constant Ryan napping a bit there, so and Matt 45 not close enough. I think Matt 45 must be running a lot of wing, a lot more than Constant Ryan at least, because the speed he carried down that straight was so impressive.
Yeah, that's gonna matter some of Pet
I
as
think
well.
Norris might be in danger here.
I tell you who else might be in danger is F1 Leclerc. Ultimate
Ooh,
Base
two
has
fights
caught
going.
him up.
Go on,
Yeah,
Aaron.
but yeah, roll hard
Go on.
lad goes down the inside.
Freeze it.
Yeah,
I think that's a
done.
pretty easy move. I don't think
Ain't
Norris
nothing,
fought
no.
that one too hard. Yeah, there's no
Nah.
defending that. But
Ah, it's got the
Ultimate
fresher
Base
tyres.
is Ultimate Base is within DRS range of F1 Leclerc, so clearly that safety car period has helped him a lot more than it's helped the championship leader. But behind them, there's still battles going on there as well, as Constant Ryan is getting very close to the back of BXT90. There's battles going on all across. There's only 11 cars left, but they're still fighting out
Someone
very
get the
hard for these
multi-screen.
positions. Yeah, I need it. I need a multi-screen, but that's why I've got you two here to keep, thankfully, to keep me alerted to anything that goes on. But Constant Ryan, he's now looking. I'm just going to check on Ultimate Base. I don't think he's close enough, but I'll keep on board just in case he is.
Cross Ryan looks like he's going to make one.
Leclerc goes defensive, but Ultimate Base not close enough. But Constant Ryan, look at the speed he has down this straight.
He's fighting it again.
BXTN
oh,
thinks about it, but
BX tried to
Nothing
again,
he
but
could
did
do,
too much,
though.
but Didn't work out.
Constant Ryan just too quick down that straight, and he
Yeah,
has taken
softer
4th
tyres.
place. This has been a stellar drive from him, especially
Softer and newer
considering
tyres.
he disconnected early on in the race as well, got back in, and it has been a
Gained 11
very good
places.
comeback. Yeah,
Wow.
I feel like 3rd might be a bit too far out of his reach, but
4
you never
seconds.
know. If
Fifth
the,
one,
if
fifth
the,
one up the tip for BX. For Matty.
yeah.
Second time
But
out BX.
you never know, if Base and Leclerc start fighting, who knows, Constant Ryan may just catch them towards the end, because Base is right on the back of F1 Leclerc now. Ooh, goes over the corner, but Base must be desperate. He must really want this to be a Toro Rosso 1-2. It's something that has eluded these two so far, despite them both being very impressive drivers.
Roll hard. It's only 2 tenths off the fastest lap.
He'll push, he'll get it.
Yeah, he also needs to try and push to catch Sebastian 247 ahead of him. 5 seconds a gap between them.
Yeah.
I think if he maintains that
trying
gap,
it?
he'll get him penalties.
Yeah, especially in like 6-9 seconds.
Yeah.
He's the only one, him and Jess are the only one having penalties, so...
Leclerc must have better downforce setup for this. Because in the corners he's just pulling away.
Yeah. So Base needs to try and stick to the back of him through the final corner and get the run on him down to the straight. But will he be able to do it though? That's the question. But he does seem quicker in a straight line. Ooh, I think they took them okay. I think they're okay. As 4th, 5th, and 6th are spreading out a little bit, but there's still 1.5 seconds between them.
I was about to say that. Almost a second between them now.
Yeah, they're spreading out a little bit now as Constant Ryan tries to eke his way ahead. But I just wonder if he's maybe taking the best out of his tyres getting past these guys.
He's low on ERS as well. He's in the 20s.
Yeah, he's not really making any impression on ultimate base. So I'm wondering if maybe this is as high as he can go. But he may still have to watch in his mirrors because I'm sure BX will like to try and get that position back. He has DRS. Is he close enough? No, surely not close enough to try anything. Matt 45 has dropped off these two as well, so he is on a slightly older set than BXC at night, so perhaps his tyre wear's starting to kick in on him.
Don't get up the bus.
He realises he goes to it.
Yeah. You can just stay on the racing line.
Oh dear. I'll tell you what, Base is a bit closer than he has been before. He's just over half a second behind.
He's having a little
He's got to try and keep with him. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2.
I think that's just Dom getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
3
3-second time penalty for Sebastian. Yeah.
I think Aaron's all but got P8.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he's had a bad
pretty
lecture.
much.
Basically,
And
bad loss.
Botero
Yeah.
also has.
That's where this
So-
is shades of 2016 for me. Remember that race where Max Verstappen held off Kimi Raikkonen just simply by having the better run out of the final corner. He was able to hold off Kimi Raikkonen's Ferrari, and I feel like this might be a similar issue.
What Andrew says about Jamie having a higher setup, higher down for setup. It was also exactly the case in 2016, the Red Bull being so good in second 3.
He's just getting that run.
Yeah,
So he's doing just
put all the
enough,
ERS in his
yeah.
face, and then, yeah.
I think Leclerc may just be doing enough to hold Base off, but he's got to be careful. There's still 2.5 laps to go. But meanwhile, up ahead, unchallenged, unmarked, Sinful Chris continues to lead the way in.
It's crazy.
Well,
Yeah, that was 10 seconds.
He's just cruising at this point, as you say. Yeah, the battles are going on behind him. After getting past Leclerc during the safety car period, it's been easy sailing for the Toro Rosso. It did look like he was going to be challenged at first, having to get past the guys like BX and Leclerc, but in the end, it hasn't proved to be the case. It's been another easy win for Chris,
This is the
but
best chance he's got now, based. It's too far off.
Face has got a good run in him, but just too far off Leclerc. If I was him, I'd just try and save everything
Next lap.
for one more go at it. BX has got past Constant Ryan. BX and Constant Ryan fighting. As I said, I'm wondering if Constant Ryan's tyres were dead. It looks as though they may well be, as BX has got back past for 4th place. So great stuff by BXC90, disproving the tyre theory. You got younger, faster tyres? I don't think so. I'm still gonna get back past
they're
you.
both 2 laps from the end of the stint. So
True, but it looks as though BX has looked after his a bit better than
they can both
the
hit
racing
cliff,
points.
almost at the cliff.
Yeah, but remember, Constant Ryan does have that very strong straight line speed. We saw it earlier, so I wouldn't say this battle's over yet. If he can just, doesn't take that corner quite right, but still getting through it. Meanwhile, Ultimate Base, he just can't keep with Leclerc in that final sector.
Nah, he's further away than last lap.
He's just not going to be able to do it, is he? I think Ultimate Base is once again going to have to settle for third place as Leclerc beautifully holds him off. Meanwhile, the battle for fourth rages on, but Constant Ryan, I think, is too far back as well.
Yes.
And I think he is going to have to settle for fifth as well.
Sad to see.
But I feel like he has lost his final chance. What about Rollhard Lad? Can he do anything about Sebastian ahead of him?
No, he's far.
No, again. Resistance.
Maybe, but he may have the grip to go for it somewhere else though.
Yeah, well, he will
I'm going to
just
stay on
make
board
it
with this for
fast,
these few moments.
If he's smart, he would ask Jeff and would have told him.
Yeah, I think Aaron knows what he's going to do instead of.
Yeah, but there has been one man that has gone above and beyond everyone else. Despite not getting the qualifying result he was hoping to get, he has still blitzed the field. The gap just over 9 seconds as he comes through the final corner, flat out. Well, not quite flat out, but still, Sinful Chris wins the Spanish Grand Prix, doing a celebratory weave for the crowd and for his team. F1 Leclerc, championship leader, almost certainly puts one hand on the title now as Ultimate Base finishes third place. Plucky effort, but in the end couldn't do it. BX here 19 fourth. Constant Ryan has dropped down to 6th because of a time penalty, so Matt 45 jumps up to 5th instead. So unlucky for Constant Ryan. El Portero.
Aaron's doing donuts.
El Portero 7th. Rollhard Lad throwing away a point, it seems. If he keeps doing it, he might end up throwing. I know he's not going to throw more than 1 point away because Red Devil Dom's lapped. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
He knows that. Well, he could have gained 9th if he just finished.
Well, I have no idea what Rollhard Lad's doing.
I think Aaron's just happy
the
whole race.
Aaron is being Aaron.
I think
Yeah,
he's just
this is very much Aaron being Aaron. Well, he hasn't finished it yet.
Watch him been in the wall.
Yeah.
Just before the finish. Like, look at the point anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. I did it.
But yes, that's allowed F1 Norris to finish 8th, Sebastian 247 9th. Oh, he's been reset to the track. Oh dear.
Come on, Aaron. 1 minute 30.
How long have you got, lads?
He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel. He's out of fuel.
Oh, and punctured.
How long
as well.
He's punctured a time as well. How long you got, lads?
There's Chris again.
Bye, Chris.
Ultimate.
There's the Leclerc and Ultimate. Is BX coming round now?
No,
there goes Constant Ryan first. I think BX must be out of fuel as well then.
There's BX.
There he is.
Almost there.
Not quite. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly
there.
Yay! Gets there and finishes 10th place.
The last point.
I think he'll be disappointed overall, but at least he did finish the race as you said.
That point, this race. I think it's still with Jezza.
No, I think it was with Jezza and he finished outside the top 10. But a Toro Rosso 1-3, not quite the 1-2 they were hoping for perhaps, but still a great result for Sinful Chris in first. F1 Leclerc all but puts one hand on the title in second, with Ultimate Base finishing third. The gap now extends to over, well, almost 60 points between.
6 seconds. Holy shit.
For how many? Who was that?
Yes, I had 36 seconds of penalties.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So, Sinful Chris takes a dominant victory ahead of F1 Leclerc, who was hounded by Ultimate Base but managed to hold him off for P2. BX United, despite being passed by Constant Ryan, finishes 4th after getting back past him. Matt 45 5th. Constant Ryan, a time penalty costing him, well, I say time penalty, it doesn't say he had one, so I'm not quite sure what's happened with him there, but that's strange.
Might
but
be
anyway, El Portero
disconnected. The timings are wrong.
Could be. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, El Portero finishes 7th. F1 Norris finishes 8th. 9th place for Sebastian 247. 10th place for Rollhard Lad, doing donuts at the end to celebrate him finishing the race. And Red Devil Dom is the final finisher. 1 lap down, but he did at least get to the end of the race. Well done, Dom, for managing to get to the end. And that was the Spanish Grand Prix for Supreme F1 Racing League. What a race. What a race.
What a race, yes.
Both positives and negatives. Mostly negatives for you guys, I'm sure.
Oh, it was good to watch.
Yeah, it was a great race to watch. It's a shame Swayze couldn't get back in. But I guess he was having internet issues of his own.
Okay. Well, they can have
Who's that? I wasn't listening.
Swayze.
Swayze. Yeah,
Oh,
he was
right.
co-commentating with me, but he couldn't get back in. Must have had some issues with connection. So.
Yeah, it was internet.
Never mind. Never mind. So, F1 Leclerc extends his lead at the top, and there's only 4 races to go, 3 officials and 1 rerun to go. So, this has been a fantastic Spanish Grand Prix for Supreme F1 Racing League. I'm Lightshot16. I have inadvertently, it has to be said, been joined by the McLaren boys, Roland and Double A. Thank you very much for jumping in and commentating with me, lads.
That was a pleasure.
But we will see. We will sign off for this week. I should be back next week for. What track is it next week, actually? Let me just go check.
Singapore?
Yes, Singapore.
Yeah.
So it'll be Singapore next Grand Prix, and I should be back to spectate that one as well. But for now, this is.
Let people watch F1 XL tomorrow. F1 XL on Twitch.
Oh yes,
Tomorrow
yes,
9
make
PM.
sure you do go and watch.
We need
Watch Lightshot
the
16 and
F3
on
because,
track.
we need to
well, I'll give it my go.
that F3. There's 3 of us fighting for it still.
Yeah, but
Well, I have said to
F1
Warder he
screen
should
is
go.
raced.
Yeah, I have said to Warder he should go stream F3 instead. Whether he will or not, I do not know. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I will be racing in XL tomorrow. It is China tomorrow, so that'll be an interesting one to race. I'm hoping for some good results there. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream though. I'm going to sign off. Lightshot16 signing off, and we will see you next week for the Singapore Grand Prix.